Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla and the news show Overflow episode 26. We had some big news about Elon's tunneling business that is coming for Gary the Snail. And Optimus does some insane moves, but as Elon says, it's pretty normal at Tesla. And we continue to see the legacy automakers collapse right in front of us. And we have some exciting news about Tesla's full self-driving approval in Europe. And we are starting to see the first test drive of Tesla's new full self-driving version 13.2.9. And we have an EV truck driver, not a Tesla semi-truck, but an EV truck driver replacing their diesel with no compromises. And Ford workers are to strike at EV plants in Germany amid job cuts. And we have some new business opportunity emerging for Tesla with the combination of Cybercab and Optimus. All of this and much more in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
And it seems like Elon's tunneling machines is coming for Gary the Snail. Firstly, Elon Musk wrote, tunnel speed is almost faster than a snail. Big milestone actually, but that was because the Boring Company hit another big milestone as they wrote. Big tunneling milestone. For the first time, the Boring Company has continuously mined in a zero people in tunnel ZPIT configuration. There is nobody in the machine beside the videographer, which is simultaneously advancing forward and erecting a ring. Building the tunnel. Each full ring weighs 24,000 pounds. In the same way that full and rapid reusability is the holy grail for rockets, ZPIT continuous mining is the holy grail for boring machines. This is the safest, fastest and least expensive architecture to build tunnels. So, safer, faster and cheaper all in one. Now that sounds like something you would call innovation. Nice, and congratulations on this huge achievement. The Boring Company continues to innovate in tunnel technology. Remember, the Profoc boring machine is a tunneling robot that can be launched straight from the surface, digging underground and then resurface without needing giant pits. It can start tunneling within 48 hours of arriving and is fast over 1 mile per week. That's 6 times faster than the last model, though still slower than a snail, but not for long. Profoc's next goal? Beat a 1/10 of the human walking speed, or 7 miles per day. To get there, it mines continuously, install walls on the go and use rubber wheels instead of old school rails. It's all electric, cleaner than a diesel machine, and the dirt is digged up. It might become bricks or park path. And with these machines now being able to work on their own, meaning the Boring Company can have many of these machines deployed and dig tunnel like never before. Safer, faster, cheaper. And as Hawk tuned in and wrote, we'll need this big time in the future. With autonomous vehicles, we have affordable premium transport for everyone. This will likely increase traffic due to the increased usage, even though each vehicle is much more efficiently utilized. And just imagine SpaceX dumping these machines off on the surface of Mars and having Optimus robots getting them ready, and then they just start digging underground tunnels on Mars. It is a wild future we are heading towards. And we see Tesla show off Optimus doing some insane moves, but as Elon says, this is actually a pretty normal day at Tesla's factories. Tesla showed off more videos of Optimus dancing with some very impressive skills, and it was so good that many people think it is fake, as Sawyer wrote. Tesla's new Optimus video is so unbelievable that people think it is fake or CGI, and Elon replied, It does this every day in our Palo Alto lab, and multiple Optimus robots walk around the office 24/7 with no one watching over them, charging themselves as needed. Yeah, seems strange for a few days, and then it seems normal. And he also said, I will have an Optimus dance troupe on stage with me at the Tesla shareholder meeting. Can't wait for that one. But Elon also said in his talk in Saudi Arabia that they will supply Saudi Arabia with Optimus robots but also Cybercabs. And Starlink is also approved for aviation and maritime use as well. So seems like Tesla already has the first country that wants to buy the Cybercab and Optimus robot. But AJ also shared some information and new opportunities for the combination of the Cybercab and Optimus robot, as he wrote. 95% of the Cybercab's fleet will be parked at night when there is little people transportation demand. Doing low Cybercab usage, Optimus can load parcels into the Cybercab. With an Optimus on board, Cybercabs can deliver parcels to doorsteps, or where parcels theft is a problem, designated delivery boxes or stations. This dual use case for the Cybercab would make Tesla's ride-hailing network even more cost competitive. The cost advantage of nighttime deliveries would also help reduce daytime traffic, and Elon replied, exactly. Yes, this is on top of all the other things we have been talking about in my videos before, like the Cybercab being used as a mobile power bank or AI inference computer. The list goes on as we put Optimus into the mix as well. Tesla could become the new United Parcel Service, UPS, if they wanted to. When Tesla is producing Cybercabs in the millions and printing labor with Optimus robots in the millions, they could become a parcel service. UPS has about 80 to 100,000 package delivery vehicles in the US, so not that difficult to imagine that Tesla could take 100,000 Cybercabs and robots out and start making deliveries. UPS still needs to pay their drivers for deliveries, and on top of that, the average UPS package car seen on US street, typically these diesel-powered custom-built walk-in vans that you always see, likely cost between $80,000 to $90,000 to produce, and the new electric van, Arrival's Generation 2 electric van, designed for UPS, have an estimated production cost of $100,000 to $150,000 per unit. And they are not autonomous, but just electric. So Tesla would be able to produce a Cybercab and an Optimus robot for less than what UPS pays for their van. Yes, autonomy for cars and humanoid robots are going to be so disruptive we can hardly imagine all the use cases we are going to see. And at the same time, we see Tesla is recruiting data collection operators to propel the development of an Optimus humanoid robot. The new hires will be critical in supporting Tesla's data collection team to refine the Optimus bot. So Tesla is still full steam ahead with their humanoid robot, and I don't think it will be too long before we hopefully get to see Gen 3 version of Optimus working in Tesla's factories. And every week we are seeing more stories about how badly the legacy automakers are doing. And this week is no different. As Alex wrote on X, Volkswagen sales director Sandler, we are the second largest passenger car brand in the world and by far the market leader in Europe. It is clear to us that the future will be battery electric, as it is already the case in Norway, for example. Our ambition is that we also want to be the market leader in electric mobility. As a brand, we have to be the leader in the field of e-mobility and have an ambitious plan for how we want to realize this. The current figures show how far away Volkswagen is from even coming anywhere close to the first or second place in the BEV market. And he continued, to all those who are now eagerly claiming the Volkswagen Group will make it, just look at the data and do a reality check. No, the Volkswagen Group will not catch up with BYD and Tesla, but will fall further behind. Without China, where Volkswagen Group's BEVs sales are continuously falling, they have no realistic chance. Exactly. If you're not a big player in China, you will not be part of the future of the car market. And we are seeing that the big players dropping in sales in China. 7 million cars from the legacy automakers will be lost this year compared to 2020 numbers. And another OEM that is in trouble is Nissan. Nissan CEO Ivan Espinosa will double the numbers of planned job cuts and close more plants globally, including possible sites in Japan, to jumpstart the car maker's faltering turnaround after the company booked a $4.5 billion net loss on massive restructuring charges. Nissan CEO, seen here at the company financial result announcement on May the 13th in Yokohama. Are we confident that this is enough? The answer is yes, this will be enough to drive the result we need. But we need to move fast, he said. Well, I hope so. But one of the reasons they have a huge loss is of course the drop in sales in China, which I have been saying for years would happen for the legacy automakers in China, as China will go much faster to BEVs than the legacy automakers would be able to keep up with in production. And we are seeing that play out right now. Porsche is also in crisis, as they wrote in this article from Automotive News. Porsche faces mounting problems, rattled by China's slumped, weak EV demand and US tariffs. Yes, Porsche's bold target of 100% BEVs by 2030 is now just a shadow of its former self. And in China they face competition like the Xiaomi SU7 that cost 1/3 of the price of the Porsche, but beats it around a racetrack and has better software, and the Ultra even has a frunk. So Porsche doesn't have much to fight back with but their brand. And as we have seen with so many of the legacy automakers, when it comes to EVs, their brand doesn't matter much anymore. Almost the opposite. As Porsche said, Porsche will not like to sell their cars as a discount. So the only other option is to raise the bar in what they deliver in terms of product. So they have a long way to go to be able to offer something like what the Chinese can offer in terms of performance, range, charging and software. So I don't think Porsche have enough time left in China to get that to market. And I squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Brian Shared, renowned Russian cosmonaut Sergei Ryazanskiy, conducted a live video call with the colleagues aboard the International Space Station using Starlink from the base of Mount Everest. Jesus, that this is possible today is incredible. I remember my first big trip around the world in 1999. That calling home was not always possible because of bad phone connection. And here we are, and they are making a FaceTime call from Everest Base Camp to the International Space Station. Crazy. And Tesla full self-driving supervised may be approved for highway use in Europe this September. System-initiated maneuvers are expected to be authorized on September 26 in countries that follow UNECE's regulations, including the EU, Japan and South Korea. And Keyes also wrote, autonomy is coming faster than you think. It's very likely, but not 100% locked yet. So crossing fingers that we will see full self-driving supervised rolling on the streets of Europe by the end of this year. But in China, they already have it, and they are still testing the hell out of it, as Tesla also shared this video and wrote, "This is why we've developed full self-driving supervised to make use of the same things humans do. Eyes, vision, and brain neural nets. As a result, if you can drive somewhere, your Tesla can too. No HD map, just input, output." And just look at this so-called road. It looks more like a bike lane in the mountains. And we are starting to see the first test drive of Tesla's new released full self-driving version 13.2.9, the first new update in months. And Omar wrote, "That is a work of art. Here it is driving up the Hollywood Hills. Very, very impressive." But Omar also did test out the full self-driving system in direct sunlight, as he wrote. Can Tesla FSD still drive even when facing direct sunlight? To find out, we drove from Giorgio Baldi to Santa Monica as the sun was going down. The car drove us all the way there on one tap, then pulled over in a valid spot and put the car in park. and then we got out. Nice. And Dirty Tester is also testing out the new version, and just listen to this.
He doesn't panic, doesn't do anything crazy. It's waiting for this guy here. Oh, okay. Wow, check that out. So he was holding the stop sign, the construction worker, he didn't even know. And FSD saw him flip it in the last second, stops for him. He goes, oh, no, go ahead, and then flips it to slow, and FSD moves through.
And Nick shared this video about reminding us all just how Tesla has thought everything through when it comes to their robotaxis. And Waymo has only been focusing on making this Frankenstein monster of an EV, and that is it, as he wrote. Tesla is able to integrate technology better than anyone of its competition. Manually plugging in an autonomous robotaxi doesn't feel like the future. Cybercab is charged strictly, wirelessly. There is no charging port. Tesla says their wireless charging technology is well above 90% efficiency. Yes, it should be clear to everyone, this is not the same technology. And Laravel wrote this post about an EV truck driver, not Tesla, but driving an Iveco electric truck, as he wrote. I hear every day that electric truck doesn't work, like Bill Gates also said, and that you can't drive long distance with it. My route today, almost 600 kilometers, swapping trailers at the first customer, then loaded 24 tons of cement and delivered it. Charging the battery, doing my break, very convenient. Total working time, 13 hours. I wouldn't have finished the job any faster with a diesel. Yes, please let this sink in. It is not even the much more efficient Tesla semi-truck we're talking about, but still this EV truck replaces a diesel truck with no compromises. Nice. And Ford workers to strike at EV plant in Germany amid job cuts. Ford workers at the automaker's plant in Cologne, Germany will go on strike as tension rises over planned job cuts across its European operation. Oh boy, the future of the legacy automakers are uncertain, but the unions are doing everything they can to put the companies out of business. You know, the companies that employs those workers they are trying to protect. Yeah, the unions seem to end up being the legacy automakers' downfall. And here is just a little video from Scott about everything he hates about his Cybertruck. And Sawyer shared this post from Tesla AI that had something cooking and wrote, June is gonna be a big month. And Elon replied, game time, big time. Oh yes, June can't come fast enough, but we are halfway through May, so not long to go until it is game time. That is all we have time for in this Overflow news show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot so others can find it on YouTube. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you're already a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for the support. But if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel or become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out as some extra perks like early access, ad-free versions of my videos, exclusive videos. So hit the members button or check out Patreon to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on X. I post pretty much all the news as it comes out and a lot more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. It is also possible to support the show without becoming a member or a patron. There is a donation option down below or on my website bestintesla.com. You can also become an executive producer and get news articles, exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and access to all my research charts and spreadsheets also on bestintesla.com, or as simple as hitting the super like button. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.